Are you traveling soon? Maybe for the holidays, maybe for a vacation. I am going to tell you 6 travel hacks that's going to help you with jet lag, that's going to help you prevent you from getting sick. Let's dive into it. What up, my butthole breathers? As you can see, I'm taking you on another adventure. Check out my room. This is amazing. So fun. Any guesses as to where I am? Just type it in the context. And as you can see, as I'm talking about jet lag, I'm probably jet lagged. Type it in the comments. I would love to hear your guesses. Okay, ready? I'm going to tell you. 3, 2, 1. Paris! I'm in Paris, France. I went international for work, which is so exciting. I'm just so grateful to be here and have this experience. And I want to before we dive into this, I want to give you all background. I don't naturally gravitate towards bigger cities. Um, like it's just not my thing. I feel like I am very sensitive to everything, but especially like super big crowds and a lot of people, and I don't like feeling trapped. And I don't know, can any of you relate to this? And then I just feel the energy, and sometimes it's just so much and so overwhelming that it's a huge, 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 huge turn off. Sorry, y'all. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm probably giving you motion sickness trying to figure out where to put the camera. But that's part of the fun of this. Like when you, oh, there we go. When we're going on an adventure, like you guys are just going to come with me, motion sickness or not, and see it. So I'm like, okay, here for work. Like, it'll be fine. I'm working. I don't know. Like, I'm probably not going to like Paris. Oh my gosh, y'all. I love Paris. And here's the thing. I didn't realize how big it was. And everything's kind of calming here. Like, there's a lot of neutrals. The buildings are neutrals. It's clean. And people are really nice, which I know. Sorry, Paris. I know if you're listening, French get a bad rap that they hate Americans. And funny enough, I had coffee my first morning and I just got really nervous because I wanted to show I was making an effort. My husband went to French elementary school, like speaks French. So I asked a few words of like, what, to get me by and just to show that I'm making an effort, right? So sit down for my first coffee. I got really nervous, stage fright. And so I start speaking Spanish. I'm like, por favor, gracias. And she just looks at me. And then I panicked because the look was like, what the fuck? And I was like, grazie. I start speaking Italian. And oh my gosh, she got mad. She's like, merci, merci. I was like, oh. And it wasn't necessarily me, but she was just like, what an idiot. So learned a few words to get me by in Paris. And then I did a walking tour one day because I love to nerd out and just, have a local take me around, tell me all, give me the scoop instead of me just like aimlessly walking around. And once again, this is my thing with cities. Like I'd rather have someone just like show me the things, tell me the things. I don't really enjoy Googling, planning, and then even using my maps to walk around. Like, oh, it's stressful for me. What about you guys? Do you enjoy planning? Do you enjoy the adventure of that? I'd rather just like sit back, take a back seat, and be able to like walk around. Someone's guiding me and enjoy. So this guy was great. And I said, hey, it's just me and him. I'm like, why do y'all hate Americans? And he just started laughing. And he's like, I don't. I actually have an American flag at home. He's like, but a lot of people over here, one of the things he like emphasized, perceive that Americans are just like work, 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 high, 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 and high stress level. And I was like, well, yeah, y'all aren't wrong. And yeah, and then he talked about a few other things, but that was the most important. Like other countries and cultures recognize our stress. And it is something that if you binge listen to the podcast, which you should, it's so fun. I'll take you on more adventures. But one of the reasons we are one of the sickest countries in the world, even though we have the most healthcare and everything, yes, there's more than one reason, but one of the biggest reasons is our stress and not being able to manage it, not being able to talk about it. And we're blowing that gasket out of the water and we're going to talk about it. So stress contributes to a lot of sickness, a lot of disease, a lot of pain. And you need to make that part of your game plan to manage. And that's also when you're traveling. Travel in general is stressful on your body. The changing of time zones is stressful on your body. The changing of food, the changing of everything, that's stress. And even though it doesn't feel the same as, like having a deadline at work or doing a crazy workout, we need to acknowledge, okay, we need to take care of ourselves. And let's talk about those 6 ways to do that. So first, what you need to realize is the prep begins before you go to the airport. I know I'm a last minute packer. If you're following me on Instagram, before I went, I showed you my packing technique, which people cringed at. You can follow me there on TikTok. We'll put the link in the show notes. But you need to, especially a long trip, especially an international trip, you need to start thinking about some of these things before then. And first, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate before you get to the airport. And this is with like a good electrolyte. My favorite is LMNTs. You can get a discount. We'll put my Amazon store link for those. But I like raspberry and citrus the best. But I would love to know your favorite flavors. You need to be drinking these salts and hydrating. This actually makes you go to the bathroom less, which is wild. Uh, if you have good hydration, you're not just peeing everything out. You're actually getting the water into the cells to absorb, to hydrate. Then you need to do some kind of movement before you get on this plane and before you go to the airport. Even, 10 to 15-minute workout, go for a walk outside, get some sunlight. If you need a 10 to 15-minute workout, I put De-Stress and 20 on sale for the holidays, but it's not going through the holidays. We're just doing a 2-week. So we'll add this link in the show notes and you'll get movement, you'll get de-stressing and a workout all in one. Plus, if you do it outside, then you get the sunlight in 20 minutes. So this could just knock it all out. But also, you're drinking, you need to have protein before going to the airport because this is just going to help your metabolism. This is going to help regulate your sleep. This is going to help all the things and just set you up for success. So you're like, cool, got that. That's step 1. 2, hydrate on the plane. I know we don't like to pee that much, but like I said, if you're hydrating correctly, you won't have to pee as much and you won't have to drink as much. So just make sure you're taking a packet on the plane and hydrating. Then when you get there, step 3, I want you to get outside and move. Everyone goes to the room and wants to sleep. And some of this, I don't really have an exact recipe for it, but it depends on where you're going. Like how I'm acclimating over here is different than when I had to go with Team USA to Australia because the time difference is totally, opposite sides of the world. So you just need to make sure that day you get there, you get outside, do some movement in the fresh air, not in your room, sitting in your room. You need that sunlight. You need that regulation for your body and hormones to start to realize, hey, what time are we on? What time is it? Getting that circadian rhythm going, watching the sunset in your eyes, first light, first thing in the morning, sun in your eyes. And that's your helping your body reset of, oh, okay, this is where this hormone's going to be high. This is where this hormone's going to be high. This cues this. And the easiest way to do that is getting out and looking at the sunlight because naturally our bodies know how to communicate with that and figure it out. So 4, and this isn't really like a crazy tip, but it's just a reminder of listen to your body. If you are dying of exhaustion, and I had the other day where I was like that, I was like, I can't even function. Take a little nap. 20-minute nap's ideal. You then don't have like the hangover from sleeping. But if you need to take a little snooze, take a little snooze. And then just make sure when you get up, you hydrate and get outside and move just a little bit. And that's like a lymphatic drainage technique we've talked about before. So that is key. 5, do your breathing exercises. You can listen to the episodes. We'll link in the show notes too of this podcast where I take you through specific breathing, or you can download Breathe Out Attention for free. And we need to do this. It takes a couple minutes, but it oxygenates your cells. So you're helping yourself at a chemical cellular level adjust and getting enough oxygen. Sorry, can't talk. And the last thing, this is like a couple things combined in one. These are a few essentials that I always bring when I travel, especially international trips. So first, vitamin C. I really like the lipospheric vitamin C. And then vitamin D3, because once again, D3 is so important and is so important at a cellular level for the processes that take place for your cells to function and turn over and grow and, deflame, all the things. Magnesium, especially because when we travel, we're not always regular, right? You go to a place and you don't go to the bathroom for 3 days. That is not good. That is not normal. That is stress on your body. Your body is so stressed. It is just holding on and not figuring it out. Magnesium will help with that. And your sleep, I like magnesium glycinate or magnesium biglycinate. And this also helps like if a headache pops up, because we all know headaches are most of the time due to lack of magnesium, lack of hydration, and some quick, pop those right then, drink an LMNT, and most likely your headache's going to go away within the next 30 minutes when you're traveling. And then I always take a nose spray. This is Xlear. Put it in if you're watching on YouTube. And I do this on the plane. This has some extracts to help support your immune system, because those planes, of course, are nasty. Just going to a new place, your body's exposed to a lot of different things that is not, it's foreign, right? It's foreign to your body. And we just want to support our immune system so it doesn't go into an inflammatory activation mode. And then last but not least, I travel with activated charcoal. I have such a sensitive tummy with anxiety and stress, and just like I feel like I internalize all my emotions, but also eating different food, eating in a different country. We want to be able to have something to help our tummy if we need. So I love these activated charcoal packets, or I just bring like the pills. I'm really excited for you guys to go on your next adventure and be prepared. So let me know where you're going or where you want to go in the comments. And toodaloo from Paris. Bonjour. I don't even know if that's when you say bye, but that's hello. Bonjour. And everyone, I've said that. I've said we, and I've said mercy. Like someone taught me, they're like, say mercy, like mercy. And that's like, thank you. So everywhere I go, I'm just like, mercy, mercy, mercy. And people seem to respond pretty well to that. At least I'm trying, right? And I'm probably going to go get another croissant and cappuccino right now. But I hope you have the absolute best day. Hit me up with any questions you may have, and I can't wait for our next adventure. Toodaloo.